This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. FBI probes motive in Trump assassination attempt, unpacking the security breakdown and suspect profile. The FBI is still actively investigating the assassination attempt, targeting former President Donald Trump and working to determine a motive for the attack. While Trump was shot in the ear during the incident, it also left one rally attendee dead and two others critically injured. The suspect, identified as Thomas Matthew Crooks, a 20-year-old from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, was shot and killed by law enforcement during the incident. The investigation has revealed that Crooks was a registered Republican and had made a donation to a political action committee supporting Democratic politicians. He had also been a member of a local gun club for at least a year. He accessed the roof of a building 400 feet from the rally by climbing over an air conditioning unit and had recently purchased a 5-foot ladder which was not used. He was also found with a phone and a transmitter, and the equipment is currently being examined by federal authorities to determine the potential communication and coordination involved in the plot. As of now, the motive behind the assassination attempt remains unclear, with questions also surrounding whether he intended to survive. The FBI is also reviewing security protocols, as law enforcement officers were stationed inside the same building where Crooks climbed up to the roof and opened fire. The local sheriff is defending his team, stating that each department had been given specific assignments and carried them out. As stated before, the full investigation is ongoing, with new details emerging about the suspect's meticulous planning and the security lapses that allowed the incident to occur in the first place. The collaboration between local law enforcement and federal authorities is crucial in unraveling the details of this case, and perhaps may even help prevent and help thwart future incidents such as this. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Peter Navarro released. Implications for future congressional investigations and the GOP. Peter Navarro, a former Trump advisor, has been released from prison after serving a 4-month sentence for contempt of Congress. He was convicted for refusing to cooperate with a congressional inquiry into the January 6, 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol. Navarro had been summoned by the committee due to his dissemination of unfounded allegations of electoral fraud in the 2020 election leading up to the Capitol uprising. Despite asserting his inability to cooperate based on Trump's invocation of executive privilege, Navarro's argument was dismissed by the courts as he failed to substantiate Trump's actual use of this privilege. Navarro is scheduled to speak at the Republican National Convention, making him the second former Trump aide to be found guilty of contempt of Congress charges, following ex-White House advisor Steve Bannon. The House committee investigating the January 6 events spent 18 months conducting inquiries, interviewing numerous witnesses, organizing hearings, and amassing a vast volume of documents. In its final report, the committee concluded that Trump was involved in a criminal conspiracy to overturn the election results, and did not intervene to prevent the Capitol breach. Navarro's early release could influence ongoing investigations and future congressional proceedings related to the Capitol riot, marking a significant turn in the broader narrative of accountability and legal consequences for those involved in defying congressional subpoenas. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. DNC confirms virtual roll call for Biden's nomination amid opposition. The Democratic National Committee, DNC, has confirmed that it will hold a virtual roll call to nominate President Joe Biden in August. This decision ensures ballot access in key states, particularly Ohio, where the deadline for nomination is critical. Despite growing opposition from some Democrats who believe Biden is too politically damaged to defeat Donald Trump in November, the DNC is moving forward with its plan. The virtual roll call is set to take place in the first week of August, with no virtual voting to begin before August 1st. This move is seen as a strategic step to secure Biden's nomination before the Democratic Convention in Chicago next month. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Elon Musk moves SpaceX and X to Texas. a rebellion against California regulations. Elon Musk has announced plans to relocate the headquarters of both SpaceX and X from California to Texas. This decision follows a recent California law that prohibits schools from informing parents about their children's gender identity, which Musk labeled as the last straw in a series of policies he believes target families and companies. Musk cited the challenges of operating in California, including the need to dodge gangs of violent drug addicts near X's San Francisco headquarters. Texas Governor Greg Abbott welcomed the move, highlighting the state's business-friendly regulations and the absence of personal or corporate income tax. This relocation is part of a broader trend of companies shifting their headquarters to Texas for a more favorable business climate. Other notable companies that have made similar moves include Fisher Investments, Caterpillar, Oracle, and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. Musk's decision has sparked a response from California Governor Gavin Newsom, who compared the move to Tesla's previous expansion in California. However, Musk remains committed to the relocation, citing the need for a more supportive business environment. The move is expected to have significant implications for both SpaceX and X, as well as the broader tech industry. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Tornado terror in upstate New York. Rome and Canandaigua grapple with deadly storm aftermath. Severe weather has wreaked havoc across upstate New York, with tornadoes and storms causing significant damage in Rome and Canandaigua. Authorities confirmed a tornado touched down in Rome, where the hardest-hit areas include West Liberty Street and sections near the First Presbyterian Church. In Canandaigua, severe storms caused extensive damage, particularly around Kershaw Park and the Canandaigua Country Club. The National Weather Service confirms that the storms have caused the deaths of at least 3 individuals in the broader region, making it one of the deadliest weather events in recent history for upstate New York. Residents have also reported widespread destruction, including uprooted trees, damaged buildings, and downed power lines. The storms have led to substantial power outages, impacting thousands of homes and businesses. Emergency services are in full swing, with efforts focused on clearing debris, restoring power, and providing assistance to those affected. Electric utility crews are working tirelessly to restore service, but it may take several days to fully recover. Governor Kathy Hochul has declared a state of emergency in response to the devastation. Senators Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand have expressed their condolences and are advocating for federal aid to assist with the recovery. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is expected to be involved in the long-term recovery efforts. The local community has also shown resilience and solidarity, with volunteers joining cleanup efforts to assist in the recovery process as they navigate through this challenging time. As communities start the rebuilding process, the focus remains on ensuring safety and providing necessary aid to affected families. Emergency shelters and relief centers have been set up to offer immediate assistance to those displaced by the storm. Affected residents are advised to stay updated through local news channels for ongoing safety information and support services. The severity of this storm system underscores the unpredictable nature of weather patterns and the need for preparedness in the face of disaster. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Biden's tech tightrope. New trade rules to challenge China's semiconductor surge with impacts on Tokyo Electron and ASML. The Biden administration is considering stricter trade rules to limit China's access to advanced semiconductor technology. This move is part of an ongoing effort to hamper China's ability to develop cutting-edge chips, which are crucial for various technological advancements, including military applications. The proposed measures may involve tighter export controls that not only prevent U.S. companies from selling specific technologies to China, but also restrict companies from allied nations. These potential regulations aim to curb China's growing influence in the global semiconductor market, a critical industry for economic and national security. Furthermore, this action aligns with previous measures taken by the U.S. to restrict China's access to semiconductor technology, underlining a continued stance against perceived national security threats. Companies like Tokyo Electron Limited and ASML Holding NV have already felt the impact of these discussions, with market sell-offs reflecting investor concerns over tightening regulations. The new rules could also affect semiconductor firms globally, as they may need to navigate more stringent compliance requirements when trading with China. The administration's efforts reflect a broader strategy to maintain technological superiority and safeguard intellectual property. As the U.S. weighs tougher measures, the semiconductor industry must brace for potential disruptions in trade dynamics and market fluctuations. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Informed choices in breast cancer screening, empowering women in their 40s. New research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine highlights the importance of educating women in their 40s about the pros and cons of mammograms. The study found that after women in this age group were informed about the benefits and harms of mammography screening, more than twice as many chose to wait until they turned 50 to get screened. This suggests that many women are unaware of the potential downsides of routine screening in their 40s, such as false positive results and unnecessary biopsies. The study emphasizes the need for women to have access to accurate information and the opportunity to make individualized screening decisions based on their preferences, values, and risk levels. Breast cancer surgeon Dr. Laura Esserman advocates for a personalized approach to breast cancer screening, tailoring it to a woman's risk factors. The National Cancer Institute estimates that more than 300,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year in the United States, making informed decision-making crucial in creating effective screening plans. In light of rising breast cancer rates, especially among younger women, it is crucial to have open and informed discussions about mammography. By understanding the nuances of breast cancer screening, women can make empowered, more informed decisions about their health. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Curry and Davis power Team USA to pre-Olympic triumph over Serbia in Abu Dhabi. Team USA secured a dominant 105-79 victory over Serbia in their pre-Olympics exhibition game in Abu Dhabi. Stephen Curry led the charge with 24 points, while Anthony Davis shone defensively, finishing with 6 blocks. The American team's ability to exploit Serbia's defense allowed them to pull away in the second half. The win marks Team USA's third straight exhibition victory, and they continue to look strong heading into the Olympics. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Iran denies assassination plot against Trump amid escalating U.S. tensions. Iran has vehemently rejected allegations of a plot to assassinate former U.S. President Donald Trump. The Iranian government labeled the claims as baseless, criticizing them as part of a broader campaign of misinformation. The denials follow reports highlighting increased security measures around Trump due to intelligence suggesting an assassination attempt by Iran. The accusations come amid heightened tensions between the U.S. and Iran, particularly following the U.S. killing of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani in 2020. Tehran insists these accusations are intended to deflect attention from its grievances against U.S. policies. Notably, this isn't the first time such allegations have surfaced. Previous threats against American officials, including Mike Pompeo and John Bolton, have been reported, intensifying security concerns. U.S. intelligence officials have reiterated their commitment to safeguarding former and current officials from foreign threats. However, Iran maintains its stance, condemning the claims as politically motivated and unfounded. This ongoing exchange continues to strain the already fragile relations between Washington and Tehran. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Fall from grace. Senator Bob Menendez convicted in corruption trial. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez has been convicted on all charges in a federal corruption trial, marking a significant turning point in his political career. The conviction includes 16 counts of bribery, extortion, fraud, and obstruction of justice, which could lead to a maximum sentence of 222 years in prison. The trial revealed extensive evidence of illicit activities, including accepting bribes in the form of cash, gold bars, and luxury items, and using his official position to enrich 3 New Jersey businessmen and benefit the Egyptian and Qatari governments. The conviction has sparked calls for Menendez's resignation from fellow Democrats, including Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. If Menendez does resign, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy will appoint a temporary replacement to finish out his term, which ends in January 2025. The conviction also raises questions about the political implications and legal consequences for Menendez, whose political future now hangs in the balance. The trial has highlighted broader concerns about accountability and ethics in public office, and observers will be closely watching the aftermath of this legal outcome to see how it influences both Menendez's immediate future and the broader political climate. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Southern Europe scorched. Heatwave hits Italy, Spain, and Greece with record temperatures and wildfires. Southern Europe is experiencing a severe heat wave, with temperatures soaring above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius in several countries. Italy, Spain, and Greece are among the most affected, with temperatures expected to continue rising throughout the week. The heat wave has prompted health warnings and bans in many areas, as authorities urge citizens to take precautions to avoid heat-related illnesses. In Italy, the health ministry has placed 12 cities under the highest heat warning, advising residents to stay indoors during the hottest parts of the day. In Spain, temperatures have reached record highs, with the city of Dubrovnik experiencing its highest ever temperature. Greece is also bracing for the worst, with temperatures forecast to reach 43 degrees Celsius in some areas. The heat wave has already caused significant damage, with wildfires raging across the region. North Macedonia has declared a state of crisis, and hundreds of fires have been reported in countries including Spain, Greece, and Bosnia. The situation is expected to worsen in the coming days, with temperatures predicted to peak on Wednesday and Thursday. The heat wave is part of an overall larger trend of rising global temperatures, which many experts attribute to climate change. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Exploring lunar sanctuaries. Discovery of a moon cave by University of Trento researchers. Scientists have confirmed the discovery of a lunar cave, marking a significant milestone for moon exploration. Using radar data collected from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, researchers have identified an accessible cave conduit located beneath the Mare Tranquillitatis pit. This discovery holds potential for providing shelter to astronauts from the extreme temperatures on the moon's surface. The cave, formed from ancient volcanic activity, presents a promising habitat for future lunar missions. Unlike the moon's surface, which experiences drastic temperature fluctuations, the interior of the cave could offer a stable environment. This would be crucial in protecting astronauts from the harsh lunar day and night cycles, where temperatures range from extremely hot to frigidly cold. Lorenzo Brazzone, from the University of Trento, and his team played a pivotal role in analyzing the radar data to pinpoint the cave's location and structure. Their findings suggest that the cave's stable environment could also protect astronauts from cosmic radiation. Leonardo Carrer, another scientist involved in the study, emphasized the importance of such discoveries for the sustainability of long-term lunar exploration. The concept of utilizing natural lunar shelters is not new, but this confirmation represents a practical step forward in making it a reality. By leveraging the natural geological features of the moon, future missions could minimize the need for extensive construction materials from Earth. Overall, this discovery not only opens new avenues for astronaut safety, but also for the potential establishment of a sustainable human presence on the moon. As researchers continue to explore the moon's surface and subsurface, further advancements in space exploration technology will undoubtedly follow. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Dismantling disaster. The U.S. military ends Gaza Pier project amid challenges. The United States military has decided to dismantle a temporary pier off the Gaza coast, which was originally established to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid to the region. This decision follows a series of complications primarily related to adverse weather conditions and security challenges. The pier, seen as a critical point of access for essential supplies, faced numerous obstacles that hindered its operation. Constructed at a cost of $230 million, the floating pier aimed to serve as a lifeline for the densely populated and embattled Gaza Strip. However, persistent issues like rough seas and safety concerns led to disruptions in its intended mission. These problems not only limited the effectiveness of the pier, but also posed significant risks to the personnel involved in its operation. In light of these difficulties, the Pentagon has announced plans to shift the focus of aid delivery from the Gaza coast to Israeli ports. This strategic move is expected to streamline the logistics of humanitarian aid distribution while ensuring safer conditions for those involved. The change signifies a recalibration of efforts to support Palestinians in Gaza. Amidst ongoing conflict and humanitarian crises, the termination of the Pier project underscores the complex interplay of environmental and security factors impacting military and humanitarian operations in the region. With these new developments, the global community watches closely, hoping for more effective and sustainable solutions to assist the Palestinian population. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Swimming towards sustainability. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo dives into Seine River ahead of 2024 Olympics. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo recently made a bold statement by swimming in the Seine River, declaring it clean for the upcoming 2024 Olympics. This symbolic gesture marked a significant milestone in the city's efforts to transform the river into a suitable environment for Olympic swimming events. Hidalgo, clad in a wetsuit and goggles, plunged into the water near Paris's City Hall, accompanied by Paris 2024 Olympic President Tony Estanguet and other officials. The event was witnessed by a large crowd of onlookers gathered along the riverbanks and bridges. The Seine River has undergone significant improvements in recent years, with investments of over $1.5 billion to prepare it for the Olympics. This includes the construction of a giant underground water storage basin, renovations to sewer infrastructure, and upgrades to wastewater treatment plants. Despite initial concerns over the river's flow and pollution levels, daily water quality tests have shown improvements. Hidalgo's swim is part of a broader effort to showcase the river's cleanliness ahead of the Games, which are set to kick off on July 26 with a lavish open-air ceremony. The Seine will host several open-water swimming events during the Olympics, including marathon swimming and the swimming legs of the Olympic and Paralympic triathlons. Hidalgo's swim sends a message to athletes that they can enjoy the Games, and it marks a significant step forward in the city's environmental efforts. This historic moment marks a new chapter in the Seine's transformation, and hopefully sets the stage for a successful and memorable 2024 Olympics. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. Newsom claps back as Musk moves SpaceX and X to Texas. California Governor Gavin Newsom responded to Elon Musk's announcement to move SpaceX and X headquarters from California to Texas with a four-word riposte, "You bent the knee." This move follows Newsom's signing of a law that does not require school employees to notify parents if their child changes gender identity, which Musk cited as the final straw in his decision to relocate. Musk also expressed frustration with safety concerns around X's San Francisco headquarters, stating that he had had enough of dodging gangs of violent drug addicts just to get in and out of the building. The relocation is expected to result in the loss of dozens to hundreds of jobs in California and marks a significant shift in the regulatory landscape, with Musk aligning his companies with Texas's more business-friendly climate and policies. The move highlights the growing cultural and political divide between states like California and Texas, with California's policies aiming at inclusivity and progressive regulations, while Texas's laws emphasize conservative values. The impact on the workforce and local economies will be closely monitored, and Newsom's terse response signals a contentious discourse between state governance and corporate strategic decisions, reflecting broader national trends in business and political realignments. This is the news for today, Wednesday, July 17, 2024, Israel intensifies military strikes in Gaza, targets Hamas infrastructure, and deploys tanks in Rafah. Israel has launched a significant military operation in Gaza, intensifying airstrikes and deploying tanks into the north of Rafah. The Israeli Air Force targeted over 25 Hamas facilities, including sniper positions, observation posts, and booby-trapped buildings. Among the objectives hit were also significant infrastructure believed to be used by Hamas. The operation included the elimination of a Hamas sniper in northern Gaza, underscoring the targeted nature of the strikes. Additionally, an army depot in Gaza, which stored paragliders used in the October 7th attacks, has been destroyed by Israeli fighter jets. Israel also reported intercepting aerial targets near Eilat, highlighting the broader regional tensions. This escalation follows previous clashes and is part of ongoing efforts by Israel to neutralize perceived Hamas threats. The impact on Gaza's central areas has been severe, with significant damage reported. The presence of Israeli tanks in Rafah marks a notable development, indicating a potential for increased ground operations. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, as the conflict has wide-scale implications for regional stability. According to Israel, the current military actions are part of a broader strategy to weaken Hamas's operational capabilities and restore Israel's sense of security. This is the news for today. Wednesday, July 17, 2024, deadly cyanide poisoning at Grand Hyatt Erawan. U.S. and Vietnamese nationals found dead. 6 individuals, including 2 U.S. citizens, were found dead in a luxury hotel room at the Grand Hyatt Erawan Hotel in Bangkok. Authorities confirmed that cyanide poisoning was the cause of death. The victims, identified as Vietnamese and American nationals, included renowned businesswoman Shireen Chong and 2 high-profile Vietnamese entrepreneurs. Thai police suspect deliberate poisoning and are collaborating with the FBI and the U.S. State Department to investigate the international aspect of the case. The investigation is ongoing to determine how the cyanide was administered and whether more individuals are involved. This is the news for today. Wednesday, July 17, 2024, Hezbollah escalates. Nasrallah threatens new targets in Israel amid rising tensions. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah has threatened to launch new attacks on Israeli towns, escalating tensions in the region. Nasrallah warned that if Israeli attacks on civilians in Lebanon continue, Hezbollah will target new areas in Israel that have not been previously targeted. This threat comes amid ongoing violence between Israel and various armed groups in Gaza and Lebanon, with both sides bracing for potential escalation. The situation remains volatile, with concerns that an escalation could lead to a larger regional conflict, drawing in other actors with vested interests from other parts of the Middle East. This is the news for today. Wednesday, July 17, 2024, daylight fireball over NYC. A meteoric boom, faster than a Boeing jet. A daylight fireball meteor was seen over New York City and New Jersey, causing a loud boom. NASA reports that the meteor rattled parts of the region, with some witnesses describing it as a bright flash in the sky. The meteor was seen flying over Midtown Manhattan, near the Statue of Liberty, and was heard in Staten Island, Brooklyn, and Queens. It is believed to have exploded over NYC after flying 58 times faster than a Boeing jet. The incident initially did draw significant attention, when in typical New York fashion, many New Yorkers glancing up at the sky, right before shrugging it off and going about their day.